All right, welcome back to the Crabby. Today we're gonna do a full playthrough for Tiny Epic Pirates, which is a pirate themed game, obviously. So we're gonna be sailing across the seas, plundering, attacking, trying to, you know, uh, hide our booty out there and win the game. All right, so this is in the Tiny Epic line. You're probably well aware. There's a bunch of these out there. They all come in these tiny little boxes. And I'm not gonna spoil my review for this one. Go to the end of this video or click the link. I'll give you my thoughts on this one. So this one, let's make it quick. It's gonna be just a two-player playthrough. I'm gonna be red playing against yellow. We're gonna be focusing in on our board over here against yellow. I'll just make them do some random stuff. And small note. Very important. I'm going to be playing with the small expansion from the Kickstarter, the Crimson Silver. I play with this every single time, or I would anyway if you have it, because it adds a little bit of something and it makes it more enjoyable of a game. So all it does, it adds these two fortresses on the other side of the merchants, and when you do your action in that spot, you can do something special. It's just like a boosted version of the regular action. All right, for example, if you're gonna search, instead of just taking that token, you can take one from around. When you're grabbing a guy, you can clear it out first. Anyway, you'll get to see that as we go. All right, oh, and also it includes these wild crimson cubes, which are wild. All right, so let's get started. Let's not waste any more time. Three things before we start. Please like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. That'll be fantastic. All right, so how does this game play? Well, it is like our mini rondel game. So you have your little player board over here. Oh, and I did forget to do the setup to start the game. All right, so this is supposed to be filled up. So let me just take random tokens here and let's put them out on the track. And each player is going to have their own personal rondel that they're going to have right in front of them. Ta-da! All right, so this is going to be my rondel. All right, and basically what you're going to be doing is the action you're going to be taking is where you're going to be placing the bigger meeple. All right, so and you can skip spots by using these henchmen on top of the spot. So let's say I really didn't want to do the higher henchman action and I really wanted to do the trade action. Well, I can put a henchman, any of the three, on that first slot and do the next action. But I probably won't do that for the first round of the game because I'm going to show you all these actions. So I'll go one by one and you'll see how they all work. And probably for after the first round or the first loop around, then I'll start skipping some stuff. All right, so let's just go in order. All right, let's keep this easy. So first action is going to be hire crew. All right, very easy action to do. All right, so on the side of the board, you're going to have a deck of the crew. You're going to flip over 3 at the start of the game, and you can hire any of them. Now, you can spend a gold to flush it and re-show the next step. Oh, and I did forget to do one thing. All right, so on your turn, you're going to pick the action you're going to do on your wheel. Then you're going to move your ship, and then you're going to do the action. All right, you sort of have to move your ship in between selecting the action and actually doing the action. Just something you're going to have to remember. So do I want to move my ship? Sure. Let's just move one space down here. Because hiring a crew doesn't really matter where you are on the board. So maybe I'll go more in the central area so I can move in a better location later. And by the way, it'll come up later, but what's your speed in this game? Well, you're going to look at your player board over here. All right, you're going to have your legend marker, and this basically tells you your stats for your ship. So I'm a sea dog right now, which is the most garbage of all the legend slots. So you're going to see here my movement is only 1. And when I fight, I roll 2 cubes. 2 dice. Not 2 cubes, 2 dice. All right, but you're going to have henchmen over here that are going to boost that stuff. So whenever I move, because I have a henchman here, I'm going to get +1 movement. I have a henchman here, so I'm going to get +1 attack. And I have a henchman here, which means when I do a loop, I'm going to gain 1 gold. All right, so that was a big blurb just to show you how I'm moving. So I'm going to just move 1. I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to hire a guy. All right, which guy am I going to grab? Now, let's see. I want to grab guys that have low numbers. And you're going to see that when I attack, but you sort of want numbers to match. All right, because every time I roll that number, it's going to activate multiple guys. So I want to get cards that have 1, 2s, and 3s in it. Now, I'm looking at the display here, and I think this one's going to work perfectly for me. So this is a 1 or a 2, which means when I battle and I roll a 1 or a 2, that each of that die is going to count as 2 hits, right? Because the 1 is going to count on this one and on that one there. So I'm going to hire this one. It's free to hire people. So you're just going to put it in front of you, and they're obviously going to give you a special ability that's going to come into play later when I attack. And that's it. That's pretty much my turn. All right, let's refill the market. Let's go to yellow's turn. Now, yellow, oddly enough, has the exact same action as their first slot. So they're going to go grab one. I think they're just going to grab let's see, they want high numbers, so they're just going to grab this one here. When they do a search action, they're going to gain +1 gold. I'm going to give that to them. Let's refill the market. And boom, that was round 1. All right, let's go see what my second action is going to be. Let's go see round 2, which is the trade action. Now, at the start of the game, we all start with a cube on our ship. So I was first player, so I start with the cube with the lowest value. So if I deliver this cube, it's only going to give me 2 gold. All right, so sorry, just came back. One small modification I always do when I play this game is I put a cube on each of the trading posts out there just to remind you of where they are, because the icons are not clear at all. So for example, if I want to trade gray, which is my gray, I look at there, trading gray cube is here, and the other one is over here. So I could move 2 and do a trade here, but again, it's only going to be $2. So maybe I will skip that action. Let me go to the next one. So I know I said I would do every action the first go around, but this one's going to be completely useless for just 2 gold. So let me actually do an attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my henchmen, as I said before, put it over here. I'm going to skip that spot, and I'm going to go to the attack. Now, attacking, my movement is 2. I can't reach that merchant ship. I can't reach that merchant ship. I could reach the Crimson Fortress, or attack the other pirate ship. All right, so I can move 1, 2, attack that, or I can do 1, 2, and attack him. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's show you a battle with another pirate ship right off the start of the game. Let's do it. So we're gonna move 2, because remember I get my bonus of +1. So I have 1 + 1. All right, so I move 2. 1, 2. Now, my issue here is that now, because I went through a storm, I need to jostle my ship, which means moving one of my characters into the repair slot. Now this is going to hurt because I have no choice but to move the cannons character over here. All right, because if I moved my rigging guy, which gave me my +1 movement, technically it would have been removed here, and then my movement would have only been 1, so I would have to stop there. All right, so it would have been 1. 2 minus 1 was 1. I started here, 1, and I have to stop. So I'm going to battle with 1 less attack, but I do have better characters than my opponent. So hopefully, plus that reroll, I'll be able to take him out. So let's see what happens. So when you attack another pirate ship, the whole point of doing that is so you can raise this legend. Whoever has the better attack is going to raise their legend, is going to get better movement. They're going to get a one-time bonus here, and they're working their way up to getting a massively better boat. All right, so let's do it. Let's battle. So I'm the red guy. I'm the attack. I'm going to roll 2 dice because obviously I already showed you before. My crappy ship, 2 dice. So I'm going to roll 2 dice. Roll it here. I rolled a 5 and a 1. All right, now, I'm not done. All right, so 1 is really good for me, right? Because remember, it's going to activate both my characters. But I have a special ability here is when I do an attack, I get to re-roll 1 of my dice. I'm definitely going to do that. All right, let's re-roll this. Hopefully I get a 1, 2, or a 3. All right, I got a 3, which is awesome. All right, so now when you do an attack, let's look at our totals. All right, so my total is going to be a 1, is going to be 1 attack, 2 attack, and the 3 gives me another +1. So I'm in total, I have 3 attack. Great. Now my opponent's going to roll. So they want high numbers. All right, so let's see. They rolled a 6 and a 2. So what does that give them? That gives them a total of 6 is 1 attack and a 2 is 0 attack. So they have 2 attack in total, right? Because both their characters, sorry, I don't have them in a third camera to show you, but their 6 will give them an attack here, and their 2 gives them nothing. Plus they have a guy in their cannon spot, so in total they have 1 + 1, that's 2. So my 3 beats theirs. All right, which is awesome. All right, so as a reward, I go up a legend. And a one-time bonus, I'm going to gain 2 gold. 1, 2. Little tracker there on the left. Now, you don't ever steal goods when you're attacking other pirates. No goods are going to change hands. Now, the loser is going to get a surefire token, so it makes it easier for him to attack me. This is an auto hit that he can use. And I believe he also gets jostled, so he's going to move one of his guys into his repair slot. And that's how you do an attack. You pretty much saw me do the attack on a pirate. It works the exact same way if you're attacking a merchant or a crimson flying fortress. All right, so yellow's up next. They're going to do the search action as their action. And you know what? They're not going to move. They're just going to go grab this token here and see what it is. And boom, just like that, they're going to get 2 gold. When you see an exclamation point, it means you get it right away, and then you can toss the token back into the box. Let's give him that. So he's at 2 gold to my 3 gold. Actually, he's at 3 gold, sorry. You start the game with 1 plus 2, he's at 3. Alright, so that was pretty much his action. Let's go to our next action. Let's go to our board. Alright, my next action is the plunder action, I believe it's called. Alright, and that's where you're going to look at the board. You're going to look for these swords, right? And you're going to get as many cubes in the bag as there are depicted there. Now, obviously, the ones with storms, you get more cubes, but again, you're going to get jostled, right? So I can go here and get 2 cubes, or I can come just down here and get 1 cube. Sure, let's get jostled again. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get jostled again because I'm in the storm, which means I got to move another guy into the repair. Boom. But I'm going to go right here and I'm going to get 2 cubes from the bag. So you're going to give this a nice little shake. And we'll see what we get. 1, 2 cubes. Looks like I got a brown one and a purple one. By the way, you are going to notice I took the sticky pokey things off my ships. It's just much easier to put these cubes in when you don't have those things on your ships. And there you go. That was pretty much my action. Pretty simple. Perform the plunder, and I'm done. Yellow's up next. They're going to do the exact same action. They got plunder as well. Let's see. They're going to actually go up here instead. Boom. They're going to jostle and get 2 cubes from the bag. So let's see what they're going to get. 1, 2. You're going to get brown and a white. And let's jostle the rigging. All right, and there you go. Now you are going to notice that my movement is now 1 because I did lose my rigging on my next turn. All right, let's go see my next action. It's going to be the search action, which yellow already did. It's just getting these tokens out on the board. Now my movement is only 1. Where do I want to go? Now I want to go closer to one of the ports that I can sell these goods for money. So let's go towards, let's see, what's worth a lot? White. I don't have a white cube. Maybe brown. Brown's up here, or where's the other brown one? I believe it was... Oh, brown is actually over here. I did forget to put a cube out. Oops. There you go. Just to remind myself that a brown cube goes there. All right, so I guess I'll go this way and then down to maybe trade with brown later. So let's go here, and then I'll do my search action, which is flip this over and see what it is. And this is a extra movement thing that I can use later on in the game. That'll give me 2 movement. So keep this next to my board, and I'll use this later. All right, so that's it for me. My opponent's going to go. Their next action is to trade. Now they're looking at their stuff. They're going to trade. See, what's worth the most? Brown. They're going to move once here. Now, what's actually interesting is, remember what I said at the beginning, because of these flying fortresses, every time you take an action in that location, you get like a boosted version of it. The trade version of this action is basically, you can trade any good for the depicted value. So they don't have to go with brown. They can just pick white, for example, because it is the most. They're going to trade this in, and they're going to look at the market, and it's worth $5. They're going to gain $5. Right? Just like that. Now, just like every other market game in existence, when you sell a good, market fluctuates. That good's going to go to the bottom of the stack, and everything else is going to go up. Let's move up brown, purple, gray, and white to the bottom. So now the next person to sell white is only going to get $2. All right, so that was the yellow action. Oh, and every time you activate a spot with a fortress, the fortress is going to move to the next corner. All right, because I did an action here, it's going to go all the way over here. All right, red's next turn. Oh, by the way, last turn I did forget some steps because I'm going way too fast. My movement is actually 2 now, because remember I raised up my legend, so I have 2 movements, so it wasn't just 1, so I could have moved a bit further. I apologize. I'll remember that going forward. And also, I did forget to mention that I did do a search action last turn, which then activated this, my captain's ability to do a free attack, but there was nobody really to attack on the board where I was, so that's why I just moved there, and I didn't attack anyone. So probably next time I do a search action, I'll try to be in a place where I can do a search and then attack as well to give myself an extra action. All right, so let's go to the Reds' next turn. Now, interestingly enough, my next turn is the I forget what this icon is called. One second. All right, it's the hideout action. Now, this is the only one where you can skip for free, so you don't have to do that. And I mean, unless you have a bunch of guys in like repair and you want to reassign them down here, not a great idea to do a hideout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip it. It is free to skip it, and I'm going to go to the next one, which is the crew up action. Let's go there. All right, now I can't forget that I did skip this red line, and that's going to come into play at the end of my turn. So what I like to do, so you don't forget to do it, is put one of the boats on its side. It's going to sort of be a reminder at the end of your turn, all the boats are going to have to move. All right, so I got to do a crew up action, but I can move before. Now I know this thing's going to move 2 towards me at the end of my turn. I know, I'll show you why later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move up 1 to the north. And then do my crew up action. I'm going to look at the right hand side over here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the grab this dude over here, which again gives me another 1 and another 2. Which is great. Now every time I roll a 1 or a 2, I'm getting 3 hits for every single die. Now this guy's ability is not that great, although combo is pretty good with that one. So every time I do a search, I can do a trade and an attack. So, you know, at the end of the round there, it might do a massive turn. All right, but that was pretty much my turn. Now, at the end of my turn, because I crossed that red line that I mentioned, everything's going to move. So the merchants, they just want to reach the other corners, the other port. So this one starts up here, which is the orange ship. So I get to choose the route that they're going to take. So let's just go away from my opponents. I'm going to go down, just trying to get here. This one's going to go towards the right-hand side. Again, he's trying to get over there. So the next movement that he does, he either has to go north or to the right, and this one has to go to the left or down, right? Then the naval ship is going to move. Now they're going to move towards the active player, equal to the amount of booty that they've delivered to the island. All right, that's the end game condition. All right, the end game is to get rid of your 3 treasure chests out onto the island. And to do that, you need to have the amount of gold, spend it, be at that island, and deliver the treasure chest. All right, so because I have 0, the naval movement is only 2. So he's going to move 2 towards me. So he's going to go 1, 2. And that's it. That is going to be the end of my turn. All right. Let's move to yellow. Yellow's next action is to attack. There's no way he can reach anyone, even with 2 movement. So he's going to forego that action. And he's going to do the crew up action. Oops, I did forget to refill. And he's going to go grab another high valued card. Let's go grab 4/4 is pretty good. So if he rolls a 4, that's an extra 3 hits for him. That's awesome. And it gives him a special ability that when he delivers purple or coffee, rum or coffee, he's going to gain 1 of each. He's going to gain $7 when he trades. Pretty good. And you know what? During his turn, he would have moved. He only has 1 movement, so he's going to go right here. All right, so that's it for yellow. Let's go back to red. Let's look at our next action now. You're going to notice, oh, look, our dude's still there, which means we can actually skip that spot again and just go to the next one. All right, but we don't want to skip it this time. We're going to actually go on top of it and get our guy back. Oh, when you get the guy back, you can get to you can reassign him down here however you like. So do I want extra cannons? Do I want extra movement? Let's go with the cannons because I probably want to attack a merchant ship soon. So I'm going to do that. Now the action that I'm doing is the trade action. And let's go trade over, let's see, brown. Well, brown is the most. So let's go to a brown port. So I'm going to go 1, 2, my 2 movement. I'm going to take my brown cube. Come on. All right, which is coffee. I'm going to deliver that. So you throw it back in the bag, right? Because the port's over here for coffee. And that's going to sell for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Now the coffee is going to go all the way back to the bottom, and everything else is going to go up. That was pretty much my turn. Nothing's going to activate here. None of my crew is going to give me anything special, so that's going to be the end of my turn. So it's going to be yellow's turn. Yellow's next action is going to be the search action. What do they want to search? They have one movement. Let's go over here. Search this cube over. Oh, sorry. I did forget last turn to activate their red line. So this should have happened last turn. So this one, let's move it to the middle. This one moved to the middle. And this one would have moved 1, 2 closer to them. Now they're going to do their action. Sorry, I forgot a step. They're going to move down here. They're going to do a search. They're going to go look over here. And they're going to gain 2 coins. Just like before. So let's give them 2 points. They're at 10. And that's pretty much their turn. All right, they moved, got some coins, and they're done. Oh, when they search, they have a crew member that gives them an extra gold. So they're actually going to be at 11. All right, so what's Red's next move? Let's go look at our board. And it looks like we have an attack. All right, so we got a couple of options. I can move up here and attack this cube over here that's just gray, which is great because I got a gray on my ship already. So if I beat the ship, I'll get an extra gray. And having more of one cube is awesome because then when you trade, you can trade both of them and not just one. So let's do that. Let's move. Let's attack a merchant ship. Now I can attack the Crimson or the Flying Fortress as well. But let me just go for the ship for the gray cube. So I'm going to go 1, 2. My movement is 2. Oh, I did forget to pick my action. Go for attack. All right, we're going to do an attack. Now, you're going to be like, what are we attacking? All right, because you're not rolling off against another pirate ship. Well, that's where these 2 cards come into play. All right, so this one represents the orange ship, and this one represents the green ship. All right. You're going to see their strength on the left over here. Come on, focus. Which is 2, which means we need to roll 3 hits to take this guy out. When you beat him, you're going to get this reward plus the cube that's there. And by the way, if you fail, you're going to get a surefire token. All right, so let's try to take that out. I just need 2 hits. Because of my cannons, I already have 1 hit. So basically, I just have to roll a 1, 2, or 3, or a 1 or a 2, and I auto kill him. Let's roll this off the side. I rolled a 6 and a 2. All right, as we know from before, my 2 is a hit here, and a hit here, and a hit here. So that's plus 3 hits. So in total, I have 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's definitely enough to take this guy out. Oh, I did forget to refill this before. So let's take him out. You're going to replace it with the next one. I get his gray cube. Then this guy dies, so he's going to teleport to the other port on the other side. He's going to get a random cube from the bag. We're almost done. Well, I'm going to get my 2 gold. And we're almost done. Actually, none of these abilities are going to trigger. I did have a reroll, but that's about it. And we are done. All right, good. That's it. It's great. I got a bunch of cubes and I'm ready to go. All right. Yellow's going to skip an action. They're going to do the trade action. They're going to move once up here, trade a purple cube. That's going to give them 5 gold. They're going to be at the max. Purple's going to go to the bottom. And this is going to get thrown back in the bag. All right, red's up next. Oh, man. Okay, so this is the plunder. I don't want to do that action. I already got 3 cubes on my boat. So let's skip that for sure. Let's use one of the guys in our repair. Go here. Now that's the search icon. Now that lets me do my special bounty thing, but I don't have enough. I need at least 12 to deliver a treasure chest. Oh, that sucks. I guess we'll do it anyway. I can skip it. Should I skip it? Yeah, let's skip it. We're going to try to get around faster. So we're going to go here, skip it. Now, do I want to do the hideout action? Not really. Let's just go to the crew action. So let's go all around the board to do this one. Now I do have my 2 movement that I'm going to do before the ship comes and attack me. Let's go 1, 2. Let's hide out in the bay over here. Let's do crew up. Let's see. What do I want? Do I want the trade any good? The sail action. Do I want to spend 1 to clear this out? No, I think I'm going to grab her. She's pretty good. When I do a plunder, when I do a plunder, I can exchange something on my ship with any token in the bag. So I can set up my ship better when I deliver. So that's pretty good. Now I have a 2 on all my cards. So every time I roll a 2, that's 4 hits. That's amazing. Replay this card. Now I did cross the red line, all right, as you see over here, which means let's move all the ships. So this one, let's move him closer to me. This one, let's move closer to me. And this one's going to move 2 towards me. Because remember, we didn't deliver a chest yet. So it's going to go 1. And let's just go 2 over here. All right, yellow's going to go next. So they're going to go do the crew up action as well. Actually, no, wait. What they're going to do is they're going to do their attack action. But they have nothing to attack. Because what they really want to do is deliver a booty token, which is the treasure chest. Right, because they have enough money, they have 13 gold. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna come over here. Yeah, so actually they can do both. So they're gonna actually use their the search action. So you're gonna see here the search action lets you put out your treasure chest and do an attack, but they're only gonna do the second part here. So first, treasure chest action, search action, they're gonna get this, which means they can ignore a jostle in the future. Let's grab that. Then they're going to do the second part. So they're going to spend all their money. And they're going to put one of their treasure chests, cover up this. Because this one is 13 gold. So once you pay 13 gold, you can put this on. You put it on top. And boom, you covered it up. All right, there you go. And when they do a search action, they get a gold. There's a special crew guide that they had before. All right, so they're already winning. 1 chest to 0. All right, it's first to 3. You can have the same number of turns, but first to 3. If only one person gets there, they're going to win the game outright. All right, red's next turn. Let's look at their board. I guess we're going to go trade. I do need to get to 12 or 13 to deliver a treasure chest. All right, they're all 12 or 13 on the board. Let's go deliver our purple one, all right, which is going to be the lowest value. It's only 2, but it's going to get me to that 12. I just need to get there, which is awesome, because on my next turn, I'll probably try and go deliver my treasure chest if I can. Now, I could have moved. No, I couldn't move because I had to be here to deliver that purple one. So I'm going to stay there, deliver, and nothing triggers in my bonuses, so I'm done. All right, let's go to yellow, who is going to do a... let's see. All right, yellow's going to do a plunder action. They don't want to drive through a storm, so they're just going to go 1, 2, do it over... Oh, actually, they're going to get attacked by the Navy at the end of this turn. Sure, let's get jostled again. They're going to come in the storm, get jostled. They're going to grab 2 cubes from the bag, put them on their ship, a brown and a gray. All right, that's going to be their turn. Now that sucks for them because remember, they really want to try to get a purple. Because remember, if they can get a purple and a brown, it's going to give them 7 gold. It's going to boost up their economy quite amazing. All right, so our next turn, let's look at our board. Now we definitely want to do the treasure chest action here, which means we do need to do a search action. Now I can use this here and then skip all of this to do the search action. Do I want to skip any of these? Are these useful? An attack, a plunder? No, all of these are useless. Let's just go straight for that search action. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to skip this, go to my search action. I'm going to put this guy down here in the cannon spot. All right, so search. Let me move first. Let's go over 1. We want to deliver it here, right? Yeah, sure. Let's go 1, 2. I get jostled, which means this dude that I just put in is going to get placed over here. So I'm going to do my regular search action, which is grabbing this token, which is... What is this? What is this? Oh, I can ignore jostle in the future. Right, so it's going to come in handy later. All right, so I did that action. Now, when I do that action, I also get a free trade. Now, unfortunately, there's no trading post in that spot, so that's not going to happen. All right, but then this is going to trigger. Free attack. There's nothing to attack here. Actually, maybe I should have done that here. Because then I got a free attack here. No, it's fine. It's fine. I made my choice. And then I get to do my my treasure chest action, which is, you're going to see over here, it's only 12 gold. Hopefully you can see it on the board. And so I'm going to spend all 12 of my gold, go to 0, take one of my treasure chests, and deliver it on the board. All right, there you go. So now we're tied 1-1. All right, that's pretty much the rest of my turn. Nothing else activates, so I'm happy with that. All right, yellow's up next. They have a trade action that they can do next. So where do they want to go? Now, gray is worth the most, so I'll let them do that. They're going to come down here and sell a gray, 5 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty good. They did forget to move the stuff at the end of their last turn, so 1, 2, 3. Now the ship moves 3 because we delivered a treasure chest each. So there's 3 movement. This guy's going to move, let's say, this way. Oops. And let's make this one move upwards. And it's always helpful to point the stern towards the port that they're trying to get to. Okay, so it's going to be red's turn. All right, what's next for red? Now, I don't really want to hide out. That's pointless. The crew up action. I only have spot for 1 more, right? There's a little reminder here that you can have at most 4 crew with your sort of pirate there. So 1, 2, 3. So I can get 1 more. I can do that now, I guess. Or I can do trade. Now trade, I would only do gray. Now gray is worth 5. That'll give me 10 gold right away. Is there any way for me to get the... I can do gray right here. Which is not a bad idea. Or I can do gray up here to sort of get away from the navy ship too, because they're gonna move and try to attack me this turn. So I can go 1, 2, maybe do a crew action, or 1, 2, do a crew action, the next turn do 1, 2, and try to sell my goods for gray, because I know my opponent can't do gray. So it'll be at 10 next turn. So let's do that. So let's do a crew up action. Boom. I'm skipping that spot right there. So I'm gonna move 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna take the 2-5 crew. Now this one is when I do an attack, I can reassign my guys that are below my board. So those cannon, sailing stuff, repair, I can reassign them. This is the last one I'm gonna have for my name. Maybe I'll pull out this camera a little bit, like so, or like that. So now if I roll a 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Just rolling a 2. That's amazing. So that was my turn. Nothing's gonna happen after the crew up. I do have to activate all the ships because I passed the red line. So this guy's gonna move towards the base over there. He's gonna come here. This one's gonna move towards there. You can go there or there. The shortest route is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up. Why not? Whatever. And then the navy ship comes after me for 3 movement because we delivered a treasure chest. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Let's say. And that's the end of our turn. So yellow's gonna go next. They have the trade action. Oh no, they just did a trade action. Sorry. So their next action. Oh, man, they really need to come after me and try to attack us to try to take us out because their 1 movement every turn is really bad. Man. Then they're gonna do a crew up action. So they're gonna come here. They're gonna get jostled. It's fine. They're gonna grab, let's say, let's grab this one here. When they do an attack, they get a free cube, or they get +1 cube. I'll double check. I think they get a +1 cube from the bag. Give them that. That's going to be pretty much their turn. Let's move back to red. Now, we already planned this out. We want to do a trade action, right? Yeah, let's do that. So let's move to the next spot. Now, we are going to get jostled, all right, because we got to run through the storm. I got 2 movements, so 1, 2. Let's move. Oh, actually, wait. I do have this thing, this token where I can use to not get jostled. But you know what? Let's just do it. Let's move the attacking one down here because I'll probably attack next turn. Let's move that down so I get jostled, which is fine. And then let's go do our delivery. That's going to be 2 gray cubes. 1, 2. Throw those back in the bag. We're going to get a juicy 10 gold out of that. That's amazing. Readjust the market. White, brown, purple, gray. All right. Now, does anything happen when we trade? Let's look at our icons. Nope. And nope, nope, nope. And that's it. All right, so we're done. Let's go to yellow. All right, yellow is going to do a search action. They're going to go 1, 2. Flip this over. Looks like they get a free surefire token. All right, it's going to be handy when they come and attack me. They already got 2 of those. Great. Does anything activate? Yeah, they get +1 gold because of their special crewman. They're done. Let's go to us. Now we can do an attack. Our next action is attack, and that's going to trigger a bunch of different things. Reassign, get a cube from the bag, reroll a die. Yeah, let's do it. Boom. And what are we going to attack? Well, we're going to attack the Flying Fortress. All right, the first time you're going to see me attack it. So, the stats of a Flying Fortress, well, you're going to see, what the hell are they? Well, you're going to look at the ship with the highest stats, and that's what the one that it's going to represent. Right now, it's a moot point because they're both at 2, so it doesn't really matter. So let's roll our die against this attack. So we're trying to get above a 2. I just have to roll a 1 or a 2, and we auto win. Let's just do it. Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th attack. Amazing. So I damaged it for 8. Well, it dies. So I get to choose because they're both 2. So let's just replace the green one. Right, so that's going to give me my 2 gold. Now, because I attacked the Crimson Fortress, the cube, you don't get it from the ship. You're actually going to get a wild cube, the Crimson Cube, the front of my boat. Now, I interacted with this Flying Fortress, so it's going to go to the next spot. I believe they stay there, even though there's 2. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe I'll double check the rulebook later. But that's almost done my turn. I did forget to activate a few things on my board. I did have the reroll, which I didn't use, the reassign ability here, which means these 2 guys can get reassigned. Let's put one in my rigging, and let's put another one in my... Actually, I'm about to cross the red line, so let's actually put both in extortion. Actually, I just need 1 in extortion to get me to 13 gold. Let's put 1 in cannons. Here. 1 in cannons and 1 in extortion. And then I get to get a cube here, or an exchange. But I only have a crimson cube, so I don't really want to exchange because a wild cube is better than everything else I can get from the bag. So that's pretty much my turn. Let's call it a day. That's it for red. Let's go to yellow. Now yellow is going to do, let's see, they can do an extortion action. Or a plunder action, sorry. They want to come towards me. They don't want to get jostled. Maybe they're going to wait a turn. So let them do a plunder action right here. Grab something from the bag. Let's see if it's going to be useful. Hopefully it's a white cube because that's the one that's most expensive. They're going to go. And it's another brown one. Well, actually, it's pretty good. They can deliver all 3 of their browns in one go. And they're done. Let's go to us, red. And we're definitely going to go deliver another treasure chest. So let's skip the plunder action over here. So this is going to go down. Let's go to rigging. Or let's go 2 guys on the cannons. So we're going to skip that one. Well, we had... Actually, wait. We had it here. Actually, no, we got to skip it. So we're going to go here and over here. Now, I always forget this rule. If the guy was already on the board, then he moves down. If he wasn't on the board and you're moving him up, then he stays, right? Just a little nuance that you have to remember. So because he was already there and I'm skipping or landing on him or passing him, that means he's going to move down into my little assignment area down here. And I think I'm going to move him into the cannons area as well, right over here. All right. All right, next up, I'm doing a search action, which remember is a delivery of my treasure chest as well, which is definitely what I'm going to want to do, all right, because I'm at 12 again. So let's move and do search. So there's no, I mean, I can stay here, but this takes 13 gold to deliver, and I only have 12. All right, so I'm going to have to move. Let's go over here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Actually, no, I can do an attack after it. Perfect. Let me go down one. Now I get jostled. I'm going to actually use my token to not get jostled. So this token, throw it back in the box. All right, let's do things in order. I am doing the search action. So step one, let's do the action. And this is another +2 movement that I can use later on. All right, let's keep this over here. I can fly across the board if I want. All right, so I'm doing that action. Now I get a free trade action, but there's no trading post where I am, so that's not going to happen. I do get a free delivery here, so that's what I'm going to do. This takes a 12. I have exactly 12 gold. Boom, sell all of this. Deliver another chest. Now I just need to deliver one more and I win the game. That one's going to go there. I'm not done. All right, you're going to see here a free attack. All right, let's do an attack. And of course, I'm attacking the ship that's right over here. So the green one is actually a 4 ship now. All right. And if I beat him, I'm going to get a free legendary level up. And it's 4 gold. All right, so let's do that. Attacking him. It's a 4. I'm still rolling only 2 dice. Actually, yeah, I'm rolling only 2 dice from here. But remember, I get a +2 from this. So really, I just have to roll a 1 or a 2 and I auto-kill this thing. So let's roll our dice. So I rolled a 3 and a 2. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage +2, 7 damage. That's more than the 4. I kill it. So I'm going to steal this purple cube. This is going to reset to the port that he was going towards. Going to get a new cube. There's another purple one. All right, now I get a few things from this one. All right, remember, I get 4 gold. And I get a legendary level up. I'll level up here, which gives me another henchman. I think I get to assign him right away. So let's go to the extortion, because I'm gonna cross this line in the next couple of seconds. So I'm gonna get an extra gold. I'm gonna get that, and I can't forget to get my 4 gold for attacking that ship. Boom. All right, so this is gonna be thrown away. Let's refill it with the next card in the market. It's the exact same one. All right, and that was a pretty awesome turn. I comboed a bunch of things together. That's great. So I just have to deliver one more chest and it's over. All right, so back to yellow, who definitely wants to come and attack me to level up to get their extra better boat, which is a bit dangerous because if I beat him, then I'm gonna level up. It doesn't always go to the attacker like in Blood Rage or whatever. Like whoever wins the battle is gonna level up. So even if he attacks me, that can suck. But yellow can do a delivery next turn if he gets 6 more gold. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to do a trade action first. He's going to move down here for 2. Because of his rigging, he gets an extra movement. He's going to trade in 2 of his 3 browns. Throw it back in the bag. That's going to give him 2 times 4, which is 8. He can only take 6 more. He's at 13, which is great. Going to go up. And there you go. Next turn, he'll be able to deliver another treasure chest and maybe deliver this one here and then be next to close to me to attack me and all that stuff. All right, so that's it for yellow. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So let's go to red. Now, do I want to skip this space? Or I don't really want to do a henchman action. I'm already full and I like the guys that I have. So I'll probably move one of these guys. Now let's put this guy over here. I think that's a good idea. Let's do a trade. Now I can trade a bunch of stuff. Let's do that. Let's go trade. All right, so let's go skip this one, go here, go here. Remember, I got to deal with this red line thing. So let's put the boat on his side. I want to go trade purple because purple is worth 4 and I got 2 purples because remember of my wild. So I'm going to come down here. Let's trade 2 purples. Now these don't go in the bag, the crimson ones, very important. They go onto the side of the board. Oops, I did forget to refill this back in the day. All right, so I'm going to get 8 gold for that right there. So 8 plus 4 is 12. All right, so the game could end next turn, and it probably will. It's going to go to the bottom. Now, when I did that, does anything trigger down here? No. All right, so let's deal with the ships moving. So this one, let's move over here. This one, let's move over here. And now this guy's going to come and attack me. I have no defense. I'm not hiding out, so he's going to come over here. This guy auto wins. Navy, you can't deal with them. What's going to happen is they're going to pretty much jostle your whole ship. All right, so all these guys go into repair. You're going to see over here, jostle everybody. Little icon over here, the white ship. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Everyone's in repair. All right, which is fine because I'm just about to go win right now, I think. Oh, and I did forget to do one thing. When I crossed that line before, I had 2 guys here. I'm getting a bunch of steps, which means I should have gotten 2 gold. Well, I'm going to be at 13. All right, and this is where we're going to end the game. We just have to go one spot. We're at 13 gold. So I'm going to move. Oh, sorry. Let's do this in order. Let's go skip, skip. We're going to do the search action. All right, we're going to come over here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go deliver my 3rd treasure chest over there. So that's going to be 13 gold. Let's spend everything. Deliver that. And there you go. Oh, it's not over just yet, but it's impossible for my opponent to catch up. The game ends when everyone has the same number of turns. So yellow, I started, so yellow would have another turn, but they're only at 1. It's impossible for them to deliver 2. They could actually deliver 1 right now. So what they're going to do is they're going to do their attack action. They're going to move 1, 2. They're going to go deliver over here. Deliver their 2nd. And there you go. That is the end of the game. Red wins it 3 chests to 2. All right, super quick review. Like I mentioned in the intro, I didn't want to spoil it there, but honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the Tiny Epic series. I'm not blown away by any of Scott Alm's games. Sorry, I apologize for all those fans out there, but I don't find any of these games particularly great. I've played 4 out of the Tiny Epic games. I've owned them all at some point. Galaxies, Western, Pirates, and Kingdoms, I believe. I don't have any of them in my collection anymore. This one I'm probably going to trade away. They're fine. I mean, it's impressive the amount of game they can get in this little box, and that's pretty much the selling point. You can carry this around and play a game, but they take up way too much table space. I mean, I don't know. It's got problems. This game in particular is super duper random and lucky. You're rolling a lot of dice. The random cubes coming out of the bag. You know, you can get really shafted by grabbing shitty cubes that don't sell for a lot, and you got to wait for the market to reset. In a 4-player game, the downtime can be pretty bad. There's just a lot of problems with this one. Honestly, I would play any other pirate game out on the market. They're all better. I covered Black Fleet. Whatever. Anyway, pick a random game. They're all better. I think probably Rum and Pirates is probably the only themed pirate game that's worse than this one. And there you go. So, you know, give it a shot if you like the mechanism. And that's my quick review. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.